Could Bitcoin be showing us the direction of the markets for this week, and what other stocks could significantly pump this week as well? Let's talk about it. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education, and I do just want to take a quick moment of silence right now for this weekend's victims. All right, I'm going to give a technical analysis breakdown for 3 different financial assets here, Bitcoin being one of them, and then also DJT importantly, and then Tesla to follow that. So I'll give my commentary on each of those along with the technical analysis. Let me pop that up here for you. So here's Bitcoin's price action. We are above the 20-period simple moving average. We're flirting with 60K resistance as of the recording of this video. We are up above the 200-day as of the recording of this video, and we're also above this trend line resistance. No volume confirmation yet, and the RSI nearly crossing 50, so seeing that climbing momentum could be a very good thing for us. Now, I do want to break this down to the 30-minute interval so we can see where that came in yesterday around 6:30, which would be around the time of this weekend's incident, that you actually see a volume spike come in and the price action start to rise on this one. Before, the volume was pretty muted, pretty wishy-washy, and we were right up against resistance. Don't know if we're going to get that rejection or not, but this move here is not coincidental. This move does coincide with this weekend's incident, and so I do think that if Bitcoin can solidly take 60,000, that what that does, it enables us to move up to some of the other previous resistances that we have on here. As a matter of fact, about 62 to 65,000 is where I'm looking at. So 62 is about where you find this red line right here, which is the 50-day EMA. Blue line up here is 64, but historic resistance that we find there's more closer to 65. So like 62.5 to 65,000 would be that area of resistance. If we're able to break up above that area of resistance, then we have another run at the previous peak that we had back here around 72,000. And after that's the run to the all-time high. So we'll see if we can break through 60,000 resistance. Then it's a matter of breaking through 62 to 65,000 resistance. And so we need to be watchful for that. Now, for the big kahuna here is DJT, that I think this is going to be huge for this week. You can see the excitement that came around when it got switched over to DJT in the first place, which took us all the way up to almost $80 per share, and it fell since that time. We have resistance, consolidation pattern. First of all, 200-day resistance, bounce off support. So we are already finding a rising momentum. So we already had some somewhat bullish signs going into the weekend. And now that the weekend is here and the incident took place like it did, I think we're going to find a rally of support, including in the financial markets, which is why it shows up here, because this is not a political channel. So the previous resistance at $40, I think we're going to blow through that. I think we're going to more likely take a run at the previous resistance of $54, which is about where we peaked out here. And if things go incredibly bullish and just absolutely wild on here, I think we retest the all-time high of $80 off of this. So the all-time high was not exactly 80, it was 79.38. So at least during the regular market hours. And so I think that there's less than a 0% chance that we have that retest. That's over 150% upside in the near term on this. I think that this one's going to go absolutely bananas, and I think it's going to be to the upside. And then the part from there is trying to capitalize on that. So one of the things that I shared with my stock group is that I'm thinking about going for some pretty far out of the money calls to try and keep the capital somewhat low, that should the price action come up, rise to meet that and drastically exceed that can return multiples to me on my money, while not allowing me, that because they are so far out of the money, that is super high risk, because that means that if we don't get to where I think we could go on this, that means that investment could go to zero very quickly. So it's going to be super high risk as I play this one, but I think that we are going to get a sharp upside movement. I think it's going to be rapid, and I think that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be very quick to try and jump on this on Monday at the market open. And so we'll see how strong a price action we get as Monday's market, as in the pre-market hours, as we start to see it come to life around 4 a.m. Eastern time, and watch where it goes. When the market does open, probably a rapid rise, a rapid decline, and then a further rapid rise. And we'll see on this one. I think that I don't think it's a guaranteed thing that we go to the upside, but I think it's as close to a guarantee as you're ever going to get in the financial markets. And like I said, less than a 0% chance we'll call it still an outlier result that we retest the all-time highs on this, but not non-zero. And we'll see if we can catch either one of these two, because I do think we're going to blow through 40. I think we're going to retest at least the 54. And then if things really, really go bonkers on this, I think that could take us back up to 80. And I think that's huge. So this image is a large reason why I think there is going to be such a large outsized jump in DJT stock price. I think that this is going to send a very clear message to people who support Trump, and the most direct financial access that you're going to get for that support is through DJT stock. I think it's going to be very direct. It's going to be very focused, and there's going to be a lot of capital flowing into it, and it's going to be a very rapid climb. That's my take on it. So I mentioned Tesla. I'll get to the technicals in a moment. While I have this on my web browser here, Musk donates to a group working to elect Trump. This was on Friday prior to the incident. So the financial endorsement was already out there for Tesla. I think that was a good move for its shareholders, especially because renewable energies in the event that it goes to Republican presidency, this would be one that I think that was a good move by Elon, being in the renewable energy related space with EVs being out there. So I think it was a great move. Moving over from there, this is something else. I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. So we have the financial endorsement itself, and that was sort of suggesting that Elon Musk was supporting President Trump. And now we have the direct verbal endorsement. And so if we go over to Tesla's stock chart on this, let me pop that up there for you. We actually had some pretty significant support coming in right around 232, which is where, if you watch my previous videos, I said that we're going to have support if we broke down through 245. And well, we broke down through that, caught 232 and took a significant bounce off of that. And that was a nice little recovery. It was about a 50% Fibonacci retracement from top to bottom on this. And so then traded pretty much sideways right along it, but it did make a bull pennant formation. This weekend happened. We had two different forms of endorsement from Elon Musk. I think some of that could translate into the Tesla stock price. I think it could have us taken back to this previous peak that we have over here. Plus the technicals are suggesting the same thing right now with the bull pennant and this price target that we have. So if the endorsement from Elon is taken positively by people who are going to trade Tesla, or even the Tesla investors, this could put in some further upward price movement into Tesla stock. So Bitcoin, watch for it to go over 60,000, watch for it to hold 60,000, watch for volume confirmation on that, watch for the RSI to cross above 50. If we get all those things, we could have a significant bullish move for Bitcoin. DJT, I think, is going to go bonkers. Technicals aside from that, I think the technicals just suggest where it could go. So $40 to $80 per share is the range that I'm putting out there. 40, I think, is as close to definite as you're going to get in the markets, where there can be no promises. And then after that, 54, I think, is also a significant line. And like I said, I think there's less than a 0% chance that we actually go bonkers to the point where we see a revisit to that all-time high of nearly $80 per share. And I told you how I'm playing that one. And so, guys, I hope that you appreciated this video. And thank you very much for watching. If you want to hear more of my commentary, see my technicals as I put them out, you can check out my community through the Patreon. That link is down in the description. Join the Discord, see my buys and sells, see the technicals for the stocks and assets that I'm putting out there, including Bitcoin is one crypto that I track pretty often on here, but I will put out others such as Ethereum if you want to go ahead and check that out. I think there's also some significant appreciation coming to Ethereum's way, so there's a little bonus for you. And if you want to learn to do technical analysis like I do and really learn to empower your portfolio, you can do so through the link down in the description for the technical analysis trading course. Thanks again, guys. I really do appreciate it. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning, and we'll see you in the next video.